1, 2, 3, wrestling you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a body slam. Choke slam, hit you raw, this is wrestling with Savage. Back down, hold the title, this is wrestling with Savage. The epitome of grappling them, scrapping them toe to toe. We ride or die, my kingdom's with me, legendary up in my road. Terry limbs up on my pole, the ankle lock grip is accurate. Greek God in the flesh, every move is immaculate.
Savage Kingdom, march on bones. Savage Kingdom, fight, we reign. Savage Kingdom, march on bones. Savage Kingdom, fight, we reign.
I be the king of the ring, the mightiest force to be reckoned with. The unstoppable, immovable manager, cause an exodus of other voices making money choices and wins. PG era is dead, the savage era begins. Red and green, 1, 2, 3, wrestling you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a body slam. Choke slam, hit you raw, this is wrestling with Savage. Back down, hold the title, this is wrestling with Savage. The real boss of all bosses, pile drivers, hip tosses. We holding multiple titles while you keep stacking up losses. Lost the talent that flosses, y'all can't even present a match. I'm in a tour in his army, breaking backs upon the mat.
Savage Kingdom, march on bones. Savage Kingdom, fight, we reign. Savage Kingdom, march on bones.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Elliot? What's up, Savage Kingdom? It's time for your favorite podcast. What was that? What? Who's messing with me right now? Like, stop it. Stop it right now. This is the right one. That is correct. It is time for the weekly update. So if you're here, thank you. We're going to be talking about AEW. I'm not going to waste any of your time. We're going to get right into it. AEW weekly update coming your way, brought to you by Savage Kingdom Promotions. We had Rampage. We have Collision to talk about. We'll kick it off with Rampage, where the conglomeration, Mark Briscoe over here, repping them very well. They picked up the win. And obviously, Orange Cassidy's not going to stop winning, right? Anything he's a part of is going to be a winning situation on AEW. They love Orange Cassidy. Tony Khan loves Orange Cassidy. The fans love Orange Cassidy. So Orange Cassidy is going to help everybody that works with him. And right now it happens to be Mark Briscoe. It happens to be Ishii. It happens to be Kyle O'Reilly. And they should all benefit from working with someone as popular as Orange Cassidy. From what I heard and read, it was a good match. Butcher booted Briscoe in the abdomen at one point. Ishii clobbered the Outrunners with lariats, shoulder blocks. Ishii was blasting with a brain buster. Orange took flight with a top suicida. But, you know, it was a fun match. But we knew what was going to happen. You know what's going to happen when this when Orange Cassidy's in the mix on a Rampage. I think he's undefeated on Rampage. Nyla Rose was in action versus Erica Lay. And here's a shot of Erica Lay just getting powerbombed and destroyed by Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose seems to always do a good job on Rampage or Collision. I haven't seen her get a win on Dynamite anytime recently, but, you know, maybe that will change. Maybe they're going to start pushing her again. Saraya would come out. Tony Storm would be there. And they were hyping up their match because she was complaining. Saraya was complaining that, you know, she won the title at All In last year. She never got a rematch. And Tony Storm was kind enough to give her a rematch at Dynamite, which we saw earlier tonight. We'll be talking about that shortly. Keeping it moving on Rampage, Nick Wayne versus Cape Sabian. And you know this was going to be an absolute banger of a match. Nick Wayne picking up the win here with Mama and Kill Switch by his side. Obviously, the boy's got protection and he's got skills. Poor Kip Sabian on the wrong side of the card tonight, taking the L to Nick Wayne. And we keep it moving with Rampage. Roosh and Kyle Fletcher were in action. They're representing the Don Callis family, and they took on Rhett Titus and KM. I don't even know who these guys are. Oh, yeah, the Maximum Male Models. They got a whole new name now. See, now it's called Titus and Rhett Titus and KM. Okay. So that's I thought they were MXM. Good match, though. They show you why WWE superstars are in high demand, because when you come through that system, you are ready for the big time. You're ready for TV. You're ready for big spots, big matches. And this was a good big match feel. I mean, obviously, this match has no real implications on anything on the main AEW roster, but it's a good sign of things to come. Tag teams are rolling. They are a good addition to the tag team division in All Elite Wrestling. And, Top Flight over here weren't able to pick up wins recently, but tonight, or at least on Rampage that night, they were able to pick up the win against the M&M collection over here. And you saw the shots of that. Saraya, she came out. We talked about that. Collision. You have Dr. Britt Baker taking on Harley Cameron. And, of course, Britt Baker picked up the win. She has to pick up the win. She's got a match coming up against Mercedes Moné, who would make an appearance on Collision. I don't think anybody cares. I don't think the Collision ratings are going up because of that. I don't think they're going to go up because of Mercedes Moné. As a matter of fact, if she keeps up with the same gimmick, the ratings might even go down. The Ring of Honor World Championship were on the lines, and your new champions, Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, able to pick up the win here. That's a great combination of a team. You got young, you got old, you got legend, you got up and coming superstar. Sammy's not even up and coming at this point. He's one of the foundation of AEW. He's one of the reasons why I actually kept watching AEW, because when they first showed Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho with the Inner Circle was giving him the rub, I said, well, if Chris Jericho takes this guy seriously, I'm sure many people thought the same way. They're like, if Jericho's taking Sammy serious, maybe I should too. And obviously there's a reason for it. Will he be an AEW World Champion? That's a question that I'm going to ask to DJ Storms on Thursday's show. Make sure you watch tomorrow night. Nonetheless, Sammy Guevara, Dustin Rhodes looking good on Rampage. On Collision. Hologram and Angelico. Hologram continuing the winning on AEW. They love Hologram. I've seen a few of his matches, so I know what to expect of him. Very, very crafty wrestler. Very smooth. Hasn't made any major mistakes that I've noticed. Obviously, someone who knows what they're doing in the ring, and they look good doing it. Will the gimmick pick up? Will kids start buying the figures? Will people be craving for Hologram? Can this work in AEW's world when you have guys like Swerve Strickland, Hangman Adam Page, Jungle Boy now on the rise? Look at him. Jack Perry took on a local talent who used DallasSingles.com as part of his introduction for some reason. The Scapegoat won in less than a minute after the match was over. Perry painted the guy's face white and put him in a body bag along with the TNT title. He revealed a new design for the TNT belt that was mostly black. And it looked pretty good. I like the title. I think it's strong. I think it looks good. And I think Jack Perry's headed for big things. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but he has been impressing me lately with just his presence and what he's been doing, how he's been doing it. Claudio Castagnoli was in action against veteran Leo Rush, and Leo Rush, obviously no match for Claudio Castagnoli at this time. Just like Leo Rush, I told him in a promo a few months ago at Arrival, the first Arrival, that Leo Rush is a loser and he couldn't beat up Spencer Slade, just like he couldn't beat up Claudio Castagnoli on Collision that night. We would also hear from the Women's World Champion, but before we heard from her little movie, Mariah May defeated a local talent in a matter of seconds to pick up another easy win. But as soon as it was over, Tony Storm's newest movie arrived. It was good. It was quick. It was to the point. May took her out. She took out her anger on an innocent opponent with the high heel. I like it. Listen, Mariah May, she's on a path right now, and she's headed one direction, and that's to the top. Mariah May is going to the top of the women's division. Don't make any doubt about it. FTR would be in a match with the Acclaimed, and it ended in a draw. This really pissed me off. This was actually a really, really, really strong match. I'm going to say that this was the match of the night on Collision. If you missed it, you might want to go back and watch it. Had a good story to it, good ending. Would have loved to see it play out, just like everybody else that watched it. I'm sure you guys would have all loved to see, someone win this match. We didn't get it though. They teased us. We're gonna have to wait for it. We got a big match coming up at All In, but yeah, this match was great. I mean, it's rare that you even see this many pictures from AEW for a match. So that's how you know it was good, when it gets like, 3 pages of matches. What's going on? Fresh Take. Appreciate it. Yeah, everybody click the likes, hit the share button. That was your weekly wrap up for AEW. And to continue, we'll just go straight into Dynamite, which took place tonight. Nice stacked card over there. You knew you were going to get some good hard-hitting matches, some good moments, some good face-offs, and we got a little bit of everything. Started off with Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker, and they'd get in the ring for their little contract signing. And of course, it got a little physical, just a little, mostly because of Britt Baker. I don't think she really appreciated Mercedes Moné's shitty attitude about everything. Mercedes Moné seems like she's doing her job, though. I hate her. So that means she's doing her job. So I'll give you credit, Mercedes Moné. You're doing your job. I hate you. I hope Britt Baker breaks your face. But, that's a story for another day. But you're doing your job, right? You're sitting there. You're being a bitch. You're being nasty. You're being rude. And it's working. It worked to the point where Britt Baker's over here flying in the air like Super Wonder Woman or something, kicking ass. And maybe we'll find out. We'll talk about All In a little bit. Let's finish with Dynamite. Let me know what you think in the chat about what's going to happen at All In with any of these matches that we're going to be talking about tonight, because a lot of them we're going to be talking about because of Dynamite. And, we're going to have to talk about Dynamite all night because Chris Jericho came out, did a great job. He has a match with the Dynamite Kid, cut a promo on him saying, are you even, like, who the hell are you? Who do you think you are to use that name? You're not as good as the original Dynamite Kid, and who cares if he was your uncle? Who do you think you are? Are you as good as him? I don't think so. Jericho was talking a lot of trash, which is, listen, that's a good thing for the kid right here. Tommy Billington right now got a nice rub tonight, even though he didn't win his match. He has a good look. He looks very serious, and he can wrestle. He can move. He gets it. It was a good match. It was a good match, but you saw the ending coming from a mile away. You got Big Bill out there. You got the Outlaw out there. So you know there's going to be some kind of shenanigans. Chris Jericho in prime form, though, taking tombstones, giving lion salts, and dropping code breakers and picking up wins. He put the kid to business. He was talking trash after this, calling out for Hook. I mean, Jericho was talking hella trash after this match. Talking trash about Hook, talking trash about Taz, calling Hook a bastard. And then Hook, of course, had to come out. He wasn't going to take that shit. Hook comes out. This match is on for All In. Let me know in the chat who you got for this one. Tonight would not end well for Hook. Hook would eat that giant, and when I say giant, that's exactly what I mean. Giant chokeslam. It looks like he's, it looks like Big Bill's literally putting him through the roof of the building. So great chokeslam from Big Bill. Keep doing your thing running with Jericho. I hope it pays off with you eventually putting him through a table with a chokeslam and then going on to be a world heavyweight champion like you should be, because you're huge, you're good, you look good, you sound good. We'll find out. We'll wait and see. And now the AEW Women's World Championship would be on the line. Timeless Toni Storm taking on Sara. And of course, Timeless Toni Storm would pick up the win and retain her Women's World title. There's no way they're going to take that off her waist. That's not going to happen. Toni Storm comes out. Sara comes out. It was actually a good match. Toni Storm and Sara looked like they were having a good time in the ring tonight, having a lot of fun with this. And that's what you like to see when you watch a wrestling show, especially when you know the wrestlers for a long time. I know Sara for a long time. Toni Storm, I know her for a long time from NXT UK. So to see them come out there, have a good time, put on a good match, and the right results happened. And everybody looked great. Sara got off all her signature moves and did them well. But Toni Storm, obviously the world champion, able to kick out, able to counter. And she finished her with style. She made out with her first and then hit her with a power driver. I mean, what's better than that? I mean, it doesn't get any cooler than that. Toni Storm did a great job tonight defending her title, but She should have been more aware and understand that Mariah May is a psycho and she's out there to get you. And that's exactly what happened. Mariah May made her way out, clobbered her with the same shoe that she busted her open with a few weeks ago. Great segment, great match coming up at All In. And now we have a promo from the conglomeration. Basically, Mark Briscoe just going nuts, giving Kyle O'Reilly a chance to talk, and everybody else just nodding off. Briscoe carrying the workload here for the talking. And then we get to the first real good face-off of the night. Much better than Monet and Britt Baker. No discredit to Britt Baker. What she did was great. But now we get Osprey coming out, crowd erupting, absolutely great vibes for over 20 minutes. They're just happy to be in the building with Will Osprey, the wrestler they believe is the best in the world. MJF, though, he came out and he had some choice words for bruv over here, basically telling him, like, who the hell do you think you are? Like, who the hell are you? Listen, Will Osprey handled himself very well tonight. Very impressive on the mic. MJF's MJF. We know what MJF's going to do. We know MJF is always going to handle himself well on the mic. Will Osprey, on the other hand, we don't know that about him yet. But tonight, again, I've said it before, he's done a great job in the past. Tonight, maybe his best work on the microphone, going toe-to-toe with MJF. And, of course, it helps that he has everybody in the crowd having his back. This segment hit home really hard. It got very personal. MJF was basically exposing Will Osprey, saying that he got with his wife who had a child from another father, and he became like that child's father. MJF's been talking to Will's wife and says that the next child she has probably won't be Will's either. So he's touching on all the right notes, trying to make it personal, trying to really get that message across to the fans. And I think they did it successfully. MJF ended up getting the upper hand, used the Dynamite Diamond Ring to bust open Will Osprey, and then hit him with that brain buster before all the security could come out and really do anything else, because he had already knocked a lot of them out with the Diamond Ring. And Will Osprey was knocking people out. As a matter of fact, before Will Osprey even attacked MJF, he asked Tony Schiavone, "You got Tony Khan on the mic right now? Ask him how much would it cost in a fine if I hit this guy right now." And Schiavone told him it would cost him $100,000, and Will Osprey said it was worth it. But in the end of the day, who lost here? Will Osprey attacked first. He's got to pay $100,000. You got busted open, and this guy counted 1, 2, 3 on your ass live on a Wednesday night in in a segment that wasn't even a match. So, yeah, I'd say MJF came out looking good on this one. Hangman Adam Page cutting a promo. Apparently, at All In, we're going to have this gauntlet match that Hangman Adam Page must win. He's going to win. Doesn't matter who's in his way. It's going to be cowboy shit all night long at Wembley Stadium. We move on to the match of the night, which was Okada and Claudio. Exactly what you would expect from these two super wrestlers. Absolute world-class wrestling. I could have done without the swing, but at the end of the day, when he does it on a guy like Okada, who's like 6'4", it's impressive. The match was good. The match was impressive. I really got into the action, hard-hitting shots, great spots, great timing, working the ropes, working the outside a little bit, playing with us off that top rope. Crazy shotgun drop kick from Okada, even hit him with the elbow drop. See that giant swing come in, and I think he rotated him about 20 times. Okada with another beautiful, just perfect time drop kick to Claudio. But Claudio just went off right after this. I mean, we went off, and it ended like this. You know how it ended? A time limit draw, okay? And that is okay, because the match was great. We didn't get the result. That means we want to see the rematch, and I want to see the rematch. I know you want to see the rematch, and I think we're going to get the rematch. The Young Bucks came out, and in typical asshole fashion, they teased the crowd, asking them if they would like to see 5 more minutes of this match. And, of course, that did not happen, and then all hell broke loose, and, Claudio and, Okada were still fighting. Their match didn't even end, really, because they just kept fighting in the audience, probably all the way into the back. So the tag team match would start next. And that's exactly what happened. We got FTR in there, and they're in there with the Young Bucks, and it's a trios match. But was it good? To me, this felt more like a filler spot fest match, because that's exactly what it was. We didn't have too much time left on the show because Claudio and they took a lot of time off the card. Claudio and Okada worked over 20 minutes, I believe. And then this match starts. It had its moments. I thought Jack Perry was the most impressive part of this match. His spots were all very good. And also, this guy right here, bro, FTR, man, Dax Hardwood over here, and Cash Wheeler. Cash Wheeler on another level tonight. You could see the work that he has put in. You could see Cash Wheeler, the physical presence. He's gotten stronger. He's gotten more lean. He's gotten faster, more muscle, and just hitting harder than ever, jumping higher than ever. And that's kind of scary when you think about it. And the results were exactly what they needed to be tonight, which was FTR picking up the win. We got the Shatter Machine. Darby did a great job holding off everybody else while they picked up the 1, 2, 3. He was able to get the coffin drop. This match was over. And now we move over to All In, which is taking place this Sunday live from Wembley Stadium. Good preview of what's to come. We got Darby Allin versus Jack Perry to look forward to it All In. I think it's going to be good. The Acclaimed come out and they talk a little shit because, they have a shot at that trios match at All In. They're part of it. And we'll get to that. We're going to get to all that. Now let's get to the end of the night before we start talking about All In. Bryan Danielson seeing Will Osprey for a moment, saying, "Don't worry, you got this. Go get him. You got to go get him." Bryan Danielson, on the other hand, has to head to the ring now and confront Swerve Strickland, who's already out there talking hella trash. He feels disrespected by this guy. He feels disrespected by Bryan Danielson because he thinks that after he beats Bryan Danielson, Bryan's going to go wrestle like on the Indies or in Mexico or, somewhere. And Swerve's letting him know that no matter where you go, I'm going to come to that spot and I'm going to beat your ass, just like I'm going to beat your ass at Wembley. And you are retired, man. You ain't going to come back to wrestling anymore. It is over for your ass. After Swerve talks hella trash for a little bit, Bryan Danielson makes a zip line to the ring, hits the psycho knee, talks trash himself, which he rarely does, so I don't mind it. But he went off tonight and said that he is the best wrestler in the world, which he rarely ever says. And he sounded like he meant it. Are you excited about All In? I'm excited about All In. Look at this. The United States of Long Island, man, represented at Wembley Stadium. Happy birthday to Sara. Happy birthday to Danhausen. You can support AEW by going to shopaew.com. Pick up the newest DMD shirt, newest Sammy Guevara t-shirt. Swerve's got a new shirt. Mariah May's got the best shirt. Or you can pick up a tank top for the summer while we still have a summer left. They're doing a good job of promoting All In. They're doing a good job of making it artistic, making it like this grand gala. And I mean, this beautiful painting or artwork or render that they've done with MJF, this is great. This is hyping it up, man. Right here, Bryan Danielson. This is another great poster, promotional poster, and they're doing the work. AEW is certainly on the ground, putting in the work, promoting AEW, doing media, going to shows, hyping up London for All In at Wembley Stadium. There's going to be a celebration in London on the 24th. General admission from 11 to 3 p.m. at Box Park, Wembley. You can get tickets on Ticketmaster right now. If you are going for the event, let me know. Now it's time for my picks for All In, which we're going to discuss more tomorrow night on the Savage Storm Super Wrestling Show. But Swerve Strickland will defeat Bryan Danielson, and Mariah May will defeat Toni Storm. Mercedes Moné will defeat Britt Baker. Jack Perry will defeat Darby Allin. MJF will defeat Will Osprey. Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway will defeat Willow Nightingale. And Tomohiro Ishii, I always say his name bad, I'm sorry, Ishii. AEW World Tag Team Championships are on the line, and I think the Bucks are just going to retain. I think it's going to be a bad guys' night at All In for some of them. Hook needs to win this match. It's very important for Hook to have his big stadium moment, grabbing back his father's title. There's a lot of meaning to this match. We also have Grand Slam to look forward to, September 25th. Here is a look at your current AEW champion holders. We will see how much of this changes on Sunday. So make sure you stay tuned and be ready. Also announced AEW All In at Texas, Saturday, July 12th next year. And Tony Khan decided to have a little new podcast called Wrestling. So, yeah, maybe check it out, hear what the wackadoo has to say. This entire show is brought to you by Savage Kingdom Promotion. So shout out to the Kingdom. Shout out to my hand and my knights and my loyal servants out there in the kingdom. If you missed it, you can watch Becoming Savage. It's on my YouTube channel right now. Documentary I made about my crazy last 3 years in the business. Yesterday, we did the WWE Weekly Update. Today, on Wednesday nights, we do the AEW Weekly Update every week. And then tomorrow night, the Savage Storm Super Wrestling Show, episode number 10 with me and DJ Storms. This Sunday, if you have the chance, get your butt down to the Signature Event Center in Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania to check out for the first time ever Casey Navarro versus Lance Anoa'i. That is going to be a phenomenal match. I'm excited to be there for that. If you haven't done so yet, go to Google, look up Prince Nana Coffee, find the coffee, pick your flavor. There's a lot of good flavors, and this is what gives Savage all his energy. Go look for Prince Nana Coffee. Coupon code SAVAGE. Get yourself 10% off. Be a boss like the Prince. Battle in the Borough, October 19th. Tickets are still available. Savage will be there. If you want a ticket, hit that number up on the bottom of the page, or just $25 at the door. You're not going to want to miss it. Someone's career is going to end on October 19th. Go to WrestlingWithSavage.com. The link is in my video at the bottom, and you can check out all our upcoming events. You can check out my shop. I got a lot of great merchandise that you can pick up anytime you want. Beat Diamond Dallas Page, September 28th, brought to you by the Wrestling Universe and Savage Kingdom Promotions. DDP will be in the house. We also have Bash in Berlin coming up next week. Cody's going to retain here. Gunther's going to retain here. And I actually think that it's time for Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, especially since there's no gold on the line. I think they're definitely going to pick up the win here and get some mild revenge on Liv and Dom Dom. CM Punk will defeat Drew McIntyre in a strap match. Let me know how you feel about that strap match live here on Wrestling with Savage. You've been watching the AEW Weekly Update. I'll save the breaking news for tomorrow night with DJ Storms. We have a lot to talk about with AEW and WWE, and we're going to get into it into great detail. So make sure you check it out, hang out with us, like, share, subscribe, and let everybody know what's up. Let them know that Wrestling with Savage is the best wrestling podcast in the world for anybody that missed AEW, missed WWE, or they just want to catch up on the week that is professional wrestling. I am Savage, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, wrestling you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a body slam, choke slam, hit you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Back down, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. The epitome of scrapping them toe to toe. We ride or die, my kingdom's with me, legendary up in my road. Terry limbs up on my pole, the ankle lock grip is accurate. Greek God in the flesh, every move is immaculate.
Savage Kingdom march on bones. Savage Kingdom fight, we reign. Savage Kingdom march on bones. Savage Kingdom fight, we reign.
I be the king of the ring, the mightiest force to be reckoned with. The unstoppable, immovable manager, cause an exodus of other voices making money, choices, and wins. PG era is dead, the Savage era begins. Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, wrestling you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a body slam, choke slam, hit you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Back down, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. boss of all bosses, pile drivers, hip tossers. We holding multiple titles while you keep stacking up losses. Lost the talent that flosses, y'all can't even present a match. I'm in a tour in his army, breaking backs upon the mats.
Savage Kingdom, march on bones. Savage Kingdom, fight, we reign. Savage